morning, I'm at Lovedean Village Hall again, and today's guest is Matt Wingett, who is a fabulous local author. He owns his own publishing company, he gives talks, he's a local historian, but best of all, he's one of the most supportive people I know for young writers in the area. So I'm really excited that he's coming today to share his 5 top writing tips with us.
Thank you, Charlotte, for that fantastic introduction. So you were asking me to give you 5 tips off the top of my head. I'd say the first one is character is vital, and so anything you can do to make your character work is going to really help. One of the tips is to just go back and write their life story before the story even begins, so that you know why they're doing this, what they're thinking, what their cup of tea, what type of cup of tea they like, how they like to have their coffee, what time they get up in the morning, all those kinds of things, and what their childhood, what happened in their childhood, and how that affects them now. Really useful. So a biography of your characters can really help. Secondly, plot. Plot is advanced by your character being in action. So this is really vital. It's unusual to put it this way, but it's absolutely central. What happens is that something occurs to your character, and then he responds, or she responds, and the reason that they respond is because of their past and their personality. So plot is character in action. Number 3, I would say research is absolutely vital. Do whatever you can. If you're doing a police show, as we talked about today at Charlotte's writing group, then I would say that you need to get onto the police. You need to ring them up, befriend them, speak to them, get out there and do all of that stuff. It's not just a question of reading about it or taking stuff secondhand from other works. Get out there and see it for yourself. Number 4, one of the major jobs, if not the most important job of a writer, is to manipulate emotions. It sounds really strange to say, but so many people when they're writing get so hung up in the plot that they forget that there is a reader out there who needs to be made curious, needs to be made angry, needs to be made happy and delighted. All of those things, those emotions are coming through the page to them. So that's really important. Finally, number 5, in order to keep your your readers interested, one of the things that you need to do is to make sure that your character is identifiable, i.e. that the reader can identify with them or cares about them in some way. When you've got that all working together, then you have a story which people really want to read. So for me, those are my 5 tips. I hope they're useful. Take care now. Bye.